Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're going to be tackling machine learning.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got some really fascinating insights to uncover today.
Absolutely.
We're digging into a recent guide from TechTarget, and it unpacks like what machine learning is, how it works, and why it's becoming like increasingly relevant to you.
Yeah, what's really striking is the sheer scale of impact that's predicted for this technology.
Yeah.
This guide, it projects that the AI market is going to hit something like $2 trillion
Wow.
by 2030.
2 trillion.
Yeah.
That's a huge number.
Sure.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Right.
what exactly is machine learning?
Okay.
I know it's like connected to AI, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like more to it than meets the eye.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
At its core, machine learning, it lets computers learn from data without explicit programming for each task.
Right.
So imagine giving a computer like a toolbox and letting it learn which tools to use
Interesting.
based on the problem it needs to solve. So instead of like a programmer dictating every single rule, the computer figures things out on its own.
Exactly.
That's pretty amazing.
And its capabilities,
Mhm.
they extend far beyond like simple predictions.
Oh, wow.
We're talking content generation, self-driving cars,
Okay.
even assisting doctors with diagnoses.
Wow.
So it's already transforming industries in pretty profound ways.
So content generation.
Yeah.
So are we talking like machines writing poems and composing music?
Got it.
Wow.
Think about ChatGPT.
Okay.
Engaging in conversations, crafting different kinds of creative text.
Mm-hmm.
You've also got Claude,
Yeah.
another advanced language model
Yeah.
that's really pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Okay.
And then you've got GitHub Copilot, which actually helps programmers write more efficient code.
Wow.
These are just like a few examples
Yeah.
of how machine learning is already shaping our world.
I had no idea it was like already so pervasive. This is definitely something we should all be paying attention to.
For sure.
The guide does mention its increasing impact on society, but how is it changing our lives in like concrete ways?
Well, just consider the sheer volume of data that we generate every single day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a massive amount.
Yeah.
Machine learning, it gives us this ability to sift through all this data,
Okay.
identify patterns, and extract insights that would be impossible for humans to process manually.
Yeah.
It's not just some futuristic concept. It's
Yeah.
like actively revolutionizing industries as we speak.
So this is definitely bigger than I initially thought.
Yeah.
Can you give me some like specific examples? How is this like playing out in the real world?
Sure. Let's take the financial sector, for instance.
Okay.
Banks, they're using machine learning to combat fraud in real time,
Oh, wow.
analyzing thousands of transactions per second to detect these like subtle anomalies that signal fraudulent activity.
So it's like having like a hyper-vigilant security guard constantly monitoring your accounts.
Exactly.
That's incredible. And like much more efficient than a human trying to sift through all that data.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And in healthcare, they're using machine learning to analyze medical images and patient data to assist doctors with diagnoses.
Wow.
These algorithms can detect subtle patterns that might be missed by the human eye, leading to earlier and more accurate diagnoses,
Okay.
especially for really complex conditions.
So it's like having like a second opinion, but from like a supercomputer with an incredible eye for detail.
Precisely.
That's amazing.
And let's not forget about the retail industry.
Okay.
You know those personalized recommendations you see on shopping websites?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's machine learning at work.
Hmm.
It's analyzing your past purchases, your browsing behavior to suggest products
Okay.
tailored to your unique preferences.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm completely on board with how impactful this is. But I have to admit, I'm starting to feel a bit overwhelmed.
Okay.
I'm guessing machine learning itself is like pretty complex, right?
It can be.
Yeah.
But that's what's so helpful about this TechTarget guide.
Okay.
It breaks down the different types of machine learning
Okay.
in a way that's surprisingly easy to understand.
That's a relief. So what are these like different types of machine learning?
Well, there are 4 main categories.
Okay.
You've got supervised, unsupervised,
Okay.
semi-supervised, and reinforcement learning.
Okay.
Each one has its, unique approach and strength.
Okay, I'm going to need you to unpack those for me.
Right.
Those sound pretty technical.
Yeah.
Can you explain them in a way that even I can understand?
Absolutely. So let's imagine we're training a robot dog
Okay.
to perform various tasks.
I can picture that. I'm intrigued to see where this is going.
Okay, so In supervised learning,
Yeah.
you give the robot dog clear instructions, and you reward it for completing the tasks correctly. It's like providing the algorithm with, like, labeled data, where we tell it what the input is and what the corresponding output should be.
So learning by example.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
What about unsupervised learning?
Okay, yeah, what about that?
Does that mean we just let the robot dog explore on its own?
Yeah, like let it roam free?
You got it.
Okay.
So it's like letting your robot dog roam a new park and figure things out on its own.
Yeah.
In unsupervised learning, the algorithm, it receives unlabeled data,
Okay.
and it has to identify patterns and relationships without any explicit guidance.
Wow.
Think of it as like discovering hidden connections within the data,
Okay.
much like our robot dog uncovering the layout of a new park.
That's fascinating. It sounds like unsupervised learning is all about uncovering these like hidden structures in data.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
What about semi-supervised learning?
Semi-supervised. Okay.
Is that a combination of the two?
Yeah, is it kind of like a hybrid approach?
Exactly. It's like giving our robot dog a map of the park
Okay.
with some areas highlighted, but leaving the rest for it to explore.
Okay.
Semi-supervised learning uses a small amount of labeled data
Okay.
to guide the algorithm's learning process on a larger set of unlabeled data.
Gotcha.
It's a really powerful approach
Yeah,
when labeling data is really costly or time-consuming.
that makes sense.
And finally, what about reinforcement learning?
Okay, reinforcement learning. Yeah.
How does that fit into the picture?
Yeah, where does that one fit in?
Think of this as training our robot dog with a system of rewards and punishments.
Okay.
So it interacts with its environment, takes
Yeah.
actions,
Oh.
learns from the consequences.
Okay.
So if it performs well,
Yeah.
it gets rewarded.
Okay.
If it makes a mistake, it gets penalized.
Okay.
It's all about learning through trial and error,
Right.
constantly adapting and improving its performance.
So it's like a constant cycle of learning and adaptation,
Yeah.
just like in real life.
Precisely. And what's really remarkable is
Yeah.
that deep learning, which utilizes these powerful neural networks, can be applied to various types of machine learning,
Right.
making it incredibly adaptable and versatile.
Okay, I'm starting to see how all of this fits together.
Yeah.
So let's say I have a problem that I want to solve with machine learning.
Okay.
How would I go about building one of these models? The guide mentioned a 7-step plan,
Right.
which sounded a bit daunting.
It might seem complex at first,
Yeah.
but it's a very structured approach
Okay.
designed to ensure success.
Okay.
Let me break it down for you.
Perfect. I'm ready to dive in.
Okay, so the first step is crucial, defining the problem you're trying to solve.
Right.
It's like setting a destination before embarking on a journey.
Right. Okay.
What are you aiming to achieve with machine learning?
Yeah.
Are you trying to predict customer behavior, optimize processes,
Okay.
personalize user experiences?
Right. You need like a clear goal in mind before you start building anything.
Exactly.
Okay. So what comes next?
Next, you need to figure out what type of data you'll need to train your model.
Okay.
What kind of information
Yeah.
will help the algorithm learn and make accurate predictions?
Right.
Do you need historical data, real-time data,
Okay.
or a combination of both?
So it's about gathering like the right ingredients,
Mhm.
just like a chef preparing a gourmet meal.
Excellent analogy. And just like with cooking,
Yeah.
the quality of your ingredients matters.
Right. Right.
You need to make sure your data is clean,
Okay.
accurate, and relevant to the problem you're solving.
Gotcha.
This might involve removing errors, handling missing values,
Okay.
or transforming the data into a format
Okay.
that's suitable for the algorithm.
Data preparation sounds like a crucial step in the process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Once you have high-quality data,
Okay.
the next step is choosing the right tools and algorithms to build your model. So this is where you experiment with different approaches.
Right.
Fine-tune parameters and see what works best for your specific problem.
So it's a bit like a scientist experimenting in a lab, trying different combinations to achieve the desired outcome.
Precisely. And just like a scientist,
Yeah.
you need to evaluate your model's performance.
Okay.
This involves testing it on a separate data set
Okay.
to assess how well it generalizes to new, unseen data.
So it's not just about like memorizing the training data, but
Yeah.
being able to apply what it is learned to new situations.
Exactly.
Okay.
And once you're satisfied with its performance,
Yeah.
you deploy your model into a real-world environment where it
Awesome.
can start making predictions and performing tasks.
So it's finally time to let it loose and see what it can do.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
But even after deployment,
Okay.
the work isn't over.
Right.
You need to continuously monitor your model's performance,
Okay.
ensure it remains accurate, and retrain it as needed with new data. Gotcha.
To keep it sharp and adaptable.
So it's an ongoing process of learning and improvement.
Precisely. Machine learning is never truly finished.
Right.
It's a dynamic and evolving process of refinement and adaptation.
This is all starting to make a lot more sense now.
Good.
But like any powerful tool,
Yeah.
I imagine machine learning has its like advantages and disadvantages, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's not a magic bullet,
Right.
but it offers some incredible benefits.
Okay.
Think like identifying trends, making predictions, retaining customers,
Okay.
and boosting efficiency.
Those all sound pretty fantastic. But what about like the downsides?
Right.
You mentioned cost earlier.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that?
Certainly. So machine learning often requires specialized software,
Wow.
powerful hardware to process massive data sets,
Hmm.
and expertise from skilled professionals.
Right.
These factors can contribute to significant cost.
That's definitely a consideration.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as with any technology, right.
There are complexities and challenges to address,
Yeah.
but the potential benefits
Mm-hmm.
are vast and continue to expand
Yeah.
as the field evolves.
Well, I'm eager to delve deeper into those possibilities.
Me too. There's so much more to explore in the world of machine learning.
So we've just scratched the surface of machine learning, and it's already clear that this technology has the potential to reshape our world.
For sure.
But with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Absolutely. As machine learning becomes increasingly integrated into our lives, it's, crucial to consider its implications thoughtfully.
You mentioned cost as a potential downside,
Mm-hmm.
but I imagine there are other challenges as well.
Right.
What are some of the hurdles that,
Right.
need to be addressed as machine learning continues to evolve?
Well, one challenge lies in ensuring that the data used to train these algorithms is representative and unbiased.
Okay.
We need to be mindful of potential biases
Right.
that might creep into the data and lead to unfair or discriminatory outcomes.
Right.
It's like, making sure a jury is diverse and impartial to ensure a fair trial.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We can't expect fair and unbiased decisions from machine learning models
Right.
if the data they learn from is skewed or incomplete.
For sure.
What other challenges come to mind?
Another key consideration is the evolving nature of data itself.
Okay.
The data we collect today might not accurately reflect the complexities of tomorrow.
Right.
As societal norms and behaviors shift, our machine learning models need to adapt and keep pace with these changes to remain relevant and effective.
So it's not a set it and forget it kind of technology.
Right.
We need to be constantly evaluating and refining these models as the world around us changes.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing process of monitoring,
Okay.
adapting, and ensuring that these models remain aligned with our values and goals.
So this all highlights the importance of
Yeah.
human oversight in the development and deployment of machine learning.
Absolutely.
It's not just about letting the algorithms run wild.
Right.
It's about guiding them responsibly and ethically.
Human judgment and expertise are essential
Yeah.
for ensuring that machine learning serves humanity,
Right.
not the other way around.
Right.
We need to be thoughtful stewards of this technology, shaping its trajectory and ensuring it benefits society as a whole.
Speaking of benefits, let's shift gears for a moment
Okay.
and talk about what excites you about the future of machine learning.
Right?
What are some of the areas where you see the greatest potential for positive impact?
Oh, there are so many. One area that holds immense promise is personalized medicine.
Okay.
Imagine a world where treatments are tailored to your individual genetic makeup, lifestyle, and medical history.
Okay.
Machine learning could analyze vast amounts of data
Mhm.
to identify the most effective treatment options for each patient.
Wow. Okay.
leading to more precise and personalized healthcare.
That would like revolutionize the way we approach healthcare. No more one-size-fits-all treatments.
Exactly.
Sign me up for that.
And it goes beyond healthcare.
Okay.
Machine learning could personalize education, tailoring learning experiences to each student's unique needs and abilities.
Okay.
It could optimize transportation systems, reducing congestion and improving efficiency.
Wow.
It could even help us tackle climate change by optimizing energy consumption and developing new clean technologies.
It sounds like machine learning has the potential to touch nearly every aspect of our lives in a positive way.
Yeah.
It's really like quite inspiring.
It is. And it's important to remember that we're still in the early stages of this technological revolution.
Right.
The possibilities are truly limitless.
I'm curious, what are some of the key trends that are shaping the future of machine learning?
Okay.
What should we be like paying attention to in the coming years?
One trend that's particularly exciting is the rise of explainable AI.
Okay.
As machine learning models become more complex, it's increasingly important to understand how they arrive at their decisions.
Right.
Explainable AI aims to make these models more transparent
Okay.
so we can trust their outputs
Right.
and ensure they're aligned with our values.
That's crucial.
Yeah,
We can't just blindly trust these algorithms,
right.
especially when they're making decisions that like impact our lives in significant ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another key trend is the growing importance of data privacy and security.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
As we generate more and more data,
Mhm.
protecting that data from misuse and breaches is paramount.
Especially with like the rise of interconnected devices and the Internet of Things.
Right.
Our like digital footprints are becoming, increasingly detailed, making data security more important than ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then there's the trend toward democratizing machine learning,
Okay.
making it more accessible to a wider range of users.
What do you mean by democratizing? Does that mean like anyone will be able to build their own machine learning models?
In a way, yes.
Wow. We're seeing the emergence of user-friendly platforms and tools that allow individuals and businesses with limited technical expertise to harness the power of machine learning.
Wow.
This is opening up exciting new possibilities for innovation and problem solving across all industries.
It's incredible to think that this technology, which once seemed like the domain of science fiction,
I know, right?
is becoming increasingly accessible to, like, everyday people.
It is. And that's one of the most exciting aspects of machine learning.
Yeah.
It has the potential to empower individuals, fuel innovation, and drive positive change on a global scale.
Speaking of driving change, let's zoom in on some specific applications of machine learning that are already transforming industries.
Okay.
The Tech Target Guide mentioned that businesses are using machine learning in some, like, really innovative ways.
Yeah.
Can you give us some examples?
Certainly. One area where machine learning is having a significant impact is in marketing and customer relationship management. Okay, yeah, I can see how that would be valuable.
Right.
Businesses are always looking for ways to like better understand their customers and target their marketing efforts more effectively.
Exactly. Machine learning can analyze customer data to identify patterns and predict future behavior.
Right.
This allows businesses to personalize marketing messages, offer targeted promotions, and even anticipate which customers are most likely to disengage.
So it's all about getting the right message to the right person at the right time, maximizing engagement and impact.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And it can be incredibly effective.
Wow.
We're also seeing machine learning being used in fraud detection, risk management, and even cybersecurity.
Those sound like pretty high-stakes applications.
Yeah.
How does it like work in those areas?
Well, in fraud detection, machine learning can analyze transactions and identify subtle patterns that might indicate fraudulent activity, flagging suspicious transactions for further investigation. In risk management, it can assess potential risks and guide businesses in making more informed decisions, mitigating potential losses.
So it's kind of like having it's digital security guard, constantly monitoring your systems, protecting your data, and identifying threats in real time.
That's a great analogy. And as cyber attacks become more sophisticated and frequent, the role of machine learning in cybersecurity is only going to become more critical.
It's clear that machine learning is already having a profound impact on the business world.
For sure.
But it also sounds like there are some challenges for businesses trying to implement these technologies.
Yeah.
We talked about cost earlier, but
Yeah.
I imagine there are other hurdles as well.
Right. One of the biggest challenges is finding and retaining individuals with the right skills.
Okay.
The demand for data scientists,
Right.
machine learning engineers,
Yeah.
and other professionals with expertise in this area is skyrocketing.
So it's like a highly competitive job market.
It is. And it can be challenging, especially for smaller businesses,
Yeah.
to compete with larger companies
Right.
that often have greater resources.
That makes sense. Are there other challenges that businesses need to be aware of?
Another challenge is the need for access to large, high-quality data sets.
Okay.
Machine learning algorithms, they thrive on data.
Mm-hmm.
And the more data they have to learn from,
Yeah.
the better they perform.
So it's not just about having like a lot of data. It's
Right.
about having the right data.
Exactly.
Data that's like relevant, accurate,
Yes.
and properly structured.
Exactly. And that can be a significant hurdle for businesses
Yeah.
that haven't prioritized data collection and management.
It sounds like data is like the fuel that powers machine learning.
Mm-hmm.
Without high quality data, these algorithms simply can't reach their full potential.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Data is the foundation upon which machine learning is built.
This is all like incredibly insightful. I'm feeling like a mix of excitement and a bit of trepidation as we, navigate this new frontier of intelligent machines.
I share those feelings.
Yeah.
It's an era of immense potential and rapid transformation.
Yeah.
And it's essential to approach it with both enthusiasm and a healthy dose of critical thinking.
Well said.
Yeah.
And on that note, I think it's time for us to take a short break.
Okay.
We'll be back shortly to wrap up our deep dive into the world of machine learning. And we're back. I'm still processing all the incredible insights we've uncovered about machine learning.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey.
We've gone from like demystifying the basics to, exploring real-world applications and pondering the future implications of this like transformative technology.
Absolutely.
And before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
The idea that anyone can get involved in machine learning.
That's right.
Like, that's what makes this field so exciting. There's a
Yeah.
real sense of like openness and a welcoming community
Absolutely.
that encourages exploration and learning.
For sure.
So where should someone start
Okay.
if they're like curious about dipping their toes into the world of machine learning?
Right.
What resources would you recommend?
Well, there are a ton of resources available online,
Okay.
catering to all levels of experience.
Okay.
Platforms like Coursera, ADX, and Khan Academy,
Mm-hmm.
they offer a wide range of courses
Right.
on machine learning, data science, and AI.
Okay.
And they're often taught by leading experts in the field.
Those are great starting points, like for building a solid foundation.
Yeah.
What about more hands-on learning opportunities?
For those who prefer a more hands-on approach,
Yeah.
there are countless open source tools and libraries
Okay.
to experiment with.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic way to kind of get your hands dirty,
Mm-hmm.
play around with different algorithms and see what you can create.
So it's all about diving in and learning by doing.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to tinker, experiment, and make mistakes.
Mm.
That's how you truly learn and develop your skills.
It sounds like a journey of like continuous learning and discovery.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And it's a journey that's open to anyone with an interest in exploring the potential of, intelligent machines.
I love that message.
Yeah.
It's like so empowering
Yeah.
and it perfectly encapsulates the spirit of machine learning.
Right.
A field that's like constantly evolving, pushing boundaries, and inviting everyone to participate in shaping the future.
Absolutely.
Speaking of shaping the future,
Yeah.
as we conclude our deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to leave our listeners with a final thought to ponder.
Okay.
As machine learning continues to advance at an unprecedented pace,
Mm-hmm.
how will it reshape your world in the next 5 years?
That's a powerful question.
Yeah.
It encourages us to think critically about the role of machine learning in our lives
Mm-hmm.
and to, envision the possibilities that lie ahead.
It's an invitation to like engage in the conversation,
For sure.
to explore the potential, and to help shape the future of this transformative technology.
Well said.
It's been an incredible journey exploring the world of machine learning with you.
The pleasure was all mine.
And to our amazing listeners,
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
We hope you enjoyed it.
We hope it has sparked your curiosity, expanded your understanding, and inspired you to delve deeper into the fascinating world of machine learning.
Absolutely.
Until next time,
Yeah.
keep learning, keep exploring, and keep questioning.
See you on our next Deep Dive.